G'day. It's Coach Craig Rowe here with another Amazon live stream. And of course, Mother's Day is coming up. And if you love your mum like me, then hopefully some of the items that I share with you today are going to resonate with you and give you some ideas and thoughts as to what you might be able to get your mother this Mother's Day. And if you're a mum, I just want to say happy Mother's Day ahead of time, in case we don't catch up on another live stream or in another video here on the Amazon platform. I am in Australia, so if you haven't noticed the voice, then I am Australian and I'm located in Australia. Now, the challenge for me is that a lot of US creators have a lot of brands reach out to them and send them product. Every product you see here today is actually a product that I have purchased for my own use or that my family has actually purchased. So there will not be any sponsored products today. However, when I come to a product later, I will talk about a sponsored live stream that is coming up. So I do have brands that do and are prepared to send product to me here in Australia so that I can, create these live streams to help you as consumers make informed purchasing decisions, which is what I'm actually trying to do here. So while I do this as a side hustle, it isn't my day job. And one of the most common questions that people would ask me is, why are you Coach Craig Rowe? What type of coach are you? I'm actually two types of coaches. For 30 years, I've coached basketball, so I'm known as a basketball coach. And that is how I've come to fall into this role on the Amazon Influencer program or platform here. And the other type of coach is I'm a content marketing coach for businesses. So I help businesses navigate that world or journey of creating content to work for them like a, let's say, digital employee 24/7. So that's a little bit about me. Thank you for joining me. If you have any questions about any of the products that I'll share here with you today, then make sure you leave a comment and feel free to tell me where you are in the world and where you're watching. And also, if you have something you want to share about your mum ahead of Mother's Day, then leave it in the comments and I'll shout it out if I can see it. So we'll get started. If you look at the carousel, this first item that I'll be sharing with you today is a travel earring and jewelry case. So this is a lightweight product and relatively small. It's 6 inches by 4 inches, and it is made of a synthetic leather, so Forks leather. And I'll just give you a top-down view of that. So this is a sort of thing you can gift to your mum that is something they can take when they travel to keep jewelry in. So if you're someone who travels a lot with your mum or if she goes traveling, then you're going to probably see this as a useful item for your mum and or any gift for any girl or female who has a lot of jewelry that travels. So you can see inside here you have a number of little tags that you can set jewelry, whether it be chains and or earrings. It also has this little pouch, so if you are hanging chains on that, you would find that you can place them down into this little pouch here at the bottom. Now, this is, again, a synthetic type leather. It doesn't have necessarily a felt feel, but it is soft. So it is, it's almost like a papery feel, just to describe what I would feel, but it's not paper. It's like a felty feel, but not that fabricy that it feels like a fabric. So you can see the holes here. This is where you would stick earrings. So there's any number of holes to place the earrings when you're traveling. Then, of course, you've got earrings and rings that can go in this section here, and these are adjustable to fit different sizes, so you can move these around to fit different items. And it's got a nice clip that you can just secure that, clip it in place, and you're able to see there that it's a nice sort of gift that you can give someone who likes to travel. Obviously, talking about Mother's Day, if you're looking for something for your kids to buy for mum, if you're a father and you're encouraging your kids to get something with their pocket money, then this is an item that they can afford as well. So I thought it was a nice little pickup here, found on Amazon, and hopefully you might consider purchasing that one for your mum or having someone else purchase it as well, like your child or something like that. So we move along to the next one in the carousel. So I've done a number of kitchen live streams here on the Amazon platform. So like I say, if you want to follow me and check out the other live streams I've done, I did feature one recently on kitchen items. This one wasn't actually included in my last live stream. However, I have since picked this up, and it is a strainer. So if you look in the carousel there, you'll see the image of how it gets used on a pot. And I have used this. I do have videos on these products. If you do want to watch the videos that I've done as shoppable videos on the product descriptions, you can check out the links, and you should see me in one of those videos sharing and demonstrating these products as well. So if I'm not going to demonstrate them here on the live stream, there is the opportunity for you to go check out my page and have a look at the video I created to explain what it is and what it does, if I don't do a great explanation here. So if your mum's on the go all the time and she's looking for, her nutritional smoothies or, protein shakes or whatever she might be using, this NutriBullet Go is a battery-powered blender from a reputable brand, NutriBullet, and you charge it. It comes with a charge cable, and you charge it up. It has a safety cap, which you can see here, and you unlock that, and the blades are quite sharp. So not the sort of thing that you would, want your kids to have their hands on necessarily, but it is protected, as I said, by the safety cap, which you can see here, and it's basically got some safety features that protect you from hurting yourself when you use it. Now, it comes also with the drink container for you to use on the go, and this will not operate without the lid actually on, without the cup on. So when you turn the cup, you'll see that it should light up. So you can see that flashing away there. So that tells me that this is now enabled, that it can be actioned to blend. And what I do is I hold in the button and it should start flashing. And then to blend, I actually just tap it twice quickly. And you can see there that that is how the blender operates. So it's not overly hard to use. It's something that just about anyone can use. It is battery powered, so it is something you can take to work, charge at work, and use at work. If you're someone who likes to, who is literally on the go, then it's the sort of thing that once you've blended all the goodies in the cup, you then can place the lid on and then off to work you go, I guess. So yeah, it's a good product. It's something that was gifted to me, but I think would make a perfect item for a mother who's on the go, someone who likes, like I say, their protein shakes or their meal replacements. And this is one of the things that I will probably demonstrate in the next couple of weeks, because I am doing a live stream for the US company Vade. So make sure you follow me if you're interested in protein powders, collagen powders, and or shakes, and also pre-workout supplements, as well as meal replacements, because that is coming up in a future live stream. That will be a sponsored live stream. The products are on their way from the US, so I look forward to sharing that with you in a couple of weeks. What I like about this NutriBullet as well is it actually comes with some recipes. So I like companies that add extra value with what they share, and obviously being in the space of food, then any sort of company that offers recipes on how to use their products, it's a nice added value. So if you're not sure how to use a blender or what you might actually make with a blender, then the NutriBullet Go is a blender that's going to allow you to make any number of different types of things there. You can see like the chocolate banana protein smoothie, so blueberry vanilla smoothie, making myself hungry. So that's something that you also get as part of that NutriBullet in the box. A lot of people have trouble opening jars. So some of the simplest ideas on the planet are the best ideas. And when you purchase, any sort of condiment or jar, it can be very hard to open when it's first purchased, and even more so if you've already put it in the fridge, say, and the lid's shrunk a little. So it can be really hard to open a jar. So that's where something like a clamping jar opener like this one can actually make a huge difference. And again, if it's someone who's a little bit older and they don't have the strength that they had in their youth, which is sort of me these days, then something like this is going to help make light work of opening the lid on a jar. So I'll show you how it actually works. First of all, I'll just explain. It has some gears here and this clamping mechanism. So what actually happens is, you can see here, it sort of has these clamps and the gears, and then it has the handle on top, and you have the lid itself. So what you do is you place the clamp over the jar, and then you just hold it in place, and then you just turn the handle and it releases the lid. The design is all a metal construction, so it is all stainless steel. It's washable, can be thrown in a dishwasher, and it is the sort of thing that, if you're looking for something that's a little unusual that, mum may not have in the kitchen, then something like this could make, as I say, light work of a tougher task. Now, this next item is proving really popular, and it's something, again, for the kitchen. And as I said, I did some kitchen live streams recently, so some of these not only are good ideas for mum for Mother's Day, they're also really good ideas just like for general use for people who love to cook and bake or just work in the kitchen. So that can be obviously anyone. It could be you if you're not a mum. If you're like me, I'm definitely not a mother, but these items are items that I actually have and use. So this is a mandolin, as they call it, or a chopper, cutter, slicer, dicer, and this is what it looks like here, and it has a number of attachments that you can actually, use to cut, slice, and dice. So it comes with a holder here that has some sharp spikes that you can sort of see there that hold things like tomatoes, onions, or anything that you might want to slice and dice. And it's moved along. You can get all different blades and things. You can see here that it has, user manual. Then you have all your items and different attachments and blades inside this holder. You also get like an egg yolk separator. You get a couple of grids here, which are for different size dicing. So when you want to dice something, this goes in the top part of the lid here. So it just slides in here, and then you can place whatever it is you actually want. You put what you want, and then you just close the lid and it's going to dice, and you have like the smaller dicer there and also the larger dicer. So something that is really useful around the house. I mean, slicing, dicing, grating, anything like that, that's going to make life easier in the kitchen. Now, interestingly, what you see in the carousel doesn't show this sort of strainer or drip. Now, I have seen these on Amazon, and I'm not 100% sure as to whether or not they all come with this, but this one's shipped with this. So if it's not in the photo, I can't guarantee whether or not you will get the drip tray. It's another useful item for the kitchen. And this is another unusual item. If you look in your carousel, this next one is actually a brown sugar keeper. So if you're someone who cooks, or you have a mother who loves to cook, then she may often need brown sugar or demerara sugar. So if you're in that situation, or she's in that situation where you need to keep the sugar moist, then this is a brown sugar keeper from Prep Solutions by Progressive. So what it actually is, and what it has, is a terracotta disc that goes in the top. And what that does is that goes in some water and absorbs the moisture. And then you take it out of the water and you place it on a lug that here at the top of the container itself. And what that does is that allows you to keep a degree of moisture in the sugar so that it actually doesn't dry out. So if you have a look here, you'll notice that there's moisture in the sugar so that you don't get the dryness that occurs with this particular type of sugar. So it might be an item that you might not know about and or think you need, but if your mother cooks a lot, something like this might be one of those unusual gifts that they don't have and don't expect, that could be considered thoughtful because you're helping them make their life easier when it comes to cooking. This next one is really simple. I'll give you a better look at it because it is quite dark. We'll go under some light here. So this is actually a mince chopper or meat masher, and basically it's used to break up mince and or other diced items. So things like chicken mince, bacon pieces. It can do obviously normal mince, any type of mince, lamb mince. It's used to break those apart in a frying pan or pot, and it's made of a solid, food grade plastic. So it's something you can use. It sort of has these blades that almost look like a propeller. The chop to pot cutting board from Joseph is a foldable cutting board. So it sort of forms a shovel shape after you've cut something. So you just bend the handle and you'll see that the shape actually changes. And what that does is after you've cut, you actually end up with all your items on the cutting board, and then you can lift them and then you can angle them into a pot or a container. And when you do that, it just means that stuff's not going to fall out of the container. So again, this is like most households are going to have a chopping board, but not every household is going to have a chop to pot from Joseph. So therefore, this might be something that your mum doesn't have that's going to make her life easier. And a lot of the items I've shared here today are actually, as I say, about making life easier for not only mum, but just anyone who's in the kitchen. Now, this next item in the carousel, if you just have a look, is the arc lighter. Now, I love this thing. This is great for mum, but if you're someone who, if you're like barbecuing or grilling, and you're using gas and you want something that you can use but you can gift to mum as well, then this could be a selfish item as well as something that's useful to mum. Now, what it is a USB arc lighter. And if you have not seen these, they don't take long to charge, about 15 minutes. They have a nice little safety switch. When you turn it on, you see the lights will light up there. It has the angled head. So you go, okay, well, that's really good for lighting barbecues and or gas burners. But what else can it do? If your mum, has candles around the house and or incense, then this is going to be a game changer for them if they're using the traditional gas lighters, because this can be angled and you can use the arc, the plasma arc there that you see, to actually go down into the head of a candle. And what that means is that they're not going to burn their fingers when they actually light a candle where it's melted further down into its candle holder. Now, one of my biggest bugbears, and I know this is one of my mum's, is that when she travels, they're throwing all these bamboo sticks at us. So all these, we're not using plastics these days, which I think is absolutely awesome. But at the same time, these sticks that we eat with, that they're handing us like spoons and forks, at takeaway outlets, it's like eating with sandpaper. So I know my mum doesn't like the feeling of those. So if you've had or heard your mum complain about, if you're out and eating with them and they're complaining about having, the texture of the sticks, then this item that you can see in the carousel may be a consideration for them, which is actually a travel kit. So if they travel a lot and eat a lot, this is the sort of thing that you can keep like in a bag or a car. It comes with its own case, you can see there, and it comes in any number of colors and designs and styles. And I'll just take out and show you what you get. So everything you see here is what you get. You get a straw cleaner, you get some chopsticks. So there's your chopsticks. You also get a banana straw or bent straw. You get a straight straw. Then you get your normal cutlery, which is your knife, fork, and spoon. So you can see there that this design's quite colorful. It's got this like rainbow sort of appeal to it. Sorry for all my fingerprints all over it. So it is stainless steel. It is washable. Just see if I can. So you can see the nice color that's on this. There's other colors available as well, so you can check them out at that link. And I reckon that it's one of these things that you can also. A lot of the stuff I share, I know it's Mother's Day coming up, but I look at this stuff and I go, this is something that anyone could have or use. And it's one of those items that you're probably not thinking about. And this is the challenge of getting gifts. Like, what do you buy someone who has everything, right? Like, what do you buy a mother who you feel like has everything? And I'm hoping I'm sharing some items today that might give you some consideration of, oh yeah, I haven't seen that, or yeah, I think mum would use that. Well, certainly, who doesn't eat? So that's the first thing. And also just the fact that our what the takeaway outlets are giving us today is something that, like I say, it's like eating with sandpaper. There are a number of designs. This is quite, out there, the rainbow one, a bit of a head turner. If you want to grab attention when you're eating, it may well be one of those things that you can grab attention with. It does come with the case, which has this like foil as well, you can see here, which makes it wipeable. It's the sort of thing you can throw in the glove box of a car, when you're out and you don't want to eat with those nasty little sticks that we're getting at these takeaway outlets today. So that is the rainbow travel kit that you can see there in the carousel. Hopefully this is helping you make some decisions as to some things you might be able to gift or give your mum this Mother's Day. We've still got a few more to get through, and the next item on the carousel, again, I'm being a bit selfish here, but I actually love this. This is a shampoo brush, but it's also a massaging scalp brush, and it conforms to the hand really easily. It's really, simply designed and lightweight, and it has these silicone like pointed bristles. But the amazing thing is they're not sharp. They look sharp, but they're really not sharp. You can, really try and hurt yourself with those. You are not going to hurt yourself. Now, some of the things I like about it is that hair doesn't get caught in there. So unlike your normal sort of, massaging brushes and shampoo brushes, hair gets caught and, can be quite aggressive to the hair. And if your mother's losing hair and even complaining about hair loss at an older age, then this might be something that's going to be a lot gentler on the hair when they shampoo. And it does double as a brush, by the way. It is a brush. It's a shampoo head massager, and it feels absolutely amazing on the head. I'm not going to lie. It literally is one of the best experiences as far as brushes go, to have this silicone rubber, these little bristles on your head. And now I'm a balding man, and I can tell you now that I use a traditional massaging brush, and this is the sort of brush that is actually going to achieve what it says, which is a massage. It's unusual, and when I first tried it, it was a wow factor. Now, every mother works hard, and every mother is exhausted at some point with the amount that they do for us, as kids, as their children, and they are deserving of rest. So this next item is for anyone or any mother who deserves some rest, not just at night. This isn't just an item that's used at night. It is the Mava Gel sleep mask, and it is a cotton-based mask, so it's not a gel-based, but it's really lightweight. So what I like most about this is that not only does it come with a nice little travel bag, it also is a really light item that when you place it on your face, it doesn't feel like it's there. It really is one of those things that feels that lightweight that you don't know you're wearing this. And it's well made, has adjustable strap, so you can make this any size, so it will fit any mother's, head or cranium, let's say that. So yes, it's nice and soft. It has a nose bridge like wire, so it's going to help you conform that around a nose so that it blocks out the light at the nose. Now, these particular products are known for, blocking out light, but around the nose is one of the trickiest areas to block out light. But the other thing, when I'll just put this on, actually, I always look silly when I do this. So what happens is you get this light underneath the nose that comes in on most masks, and this one's no exception. It's doing similar, but when you close your eyes, it really is, all this area here is it's just not letting any ambient light in. And that's what you want in a sleep mask, is you want it to block out as much light as possible, but normally in an environment where there's ambient light. So if it's a dark room, you don't need one of these. But if there's light in a room, say you're traveling on a bus or a plane, or, you're getting some light that's, going to impact your ability to sleep, then these sorts of sleep masks are a good item. So speaking of rest and mothers and, earning things, this next item I really like. It's a Aromatherapy Diffuser. So it's this. It's from Asakuki, and it lights up. I'm not going to plug this one in. You can check out the video in my profile here on the Amazon platform. But basically, you get the diffuser itself, as well as, you know, the power cable, and also you get a little jug thing for putting the water in. So you can connect it to Wi-Fi. So if you have a look, you can connect it to Wi-Fi. You can download an app on the phone, and it also has the ability using those buttons to control this, or you can control it via Alexa and or Google Home. But also you add essential oils to this. So you can choose your favorite fragrance, add a couple of drops in, and this can last. It normally lasts about a day. The box was a bit generous in its assessment of saying it'd last 72 hours. My experience with it is it doesn't. So, but that said, it still lasts probably for a good portion of a day. So for me, around 12 to 14 hours is easily on its low setting. It's easy to get that out of this. So you would be topping it up every day, as you'd expect with something that's water that is creating a mist. So if you do want something that's a little bit different for mum, if she doesn't have a diffuser, they are quite a popular product on the market these days. There's so many different types. As I say, what makes this special is it's a smart diffuser, which means it can connect to your mobile phone, and you can change the settings, the light colors and that with that. But if you don't have a mobile phone, or if mum doesn't or isn't tech savvy, there are only 3 buttons on here that she needs to worry about. The first button is on and off. The next button is fast mist or slow mist, and the last one is you tap it, it cycles through a color, you tap it again, it'll stop the color. So speaking of mood and moon lamps, so this item I've shared before on Amazon live streams is the 3D printed moon lamp. Now, I first saw this particular product on, I think it was Dead to Me, the show. I'm not sure if you watch that show. The kid had this in, or one of the kids, I don't know their names, can't remember, but had this in their room as a night light. But they are a nice sort of light that you can use in any sort of space that you want to add some sort of mood to, not just used as a night light for kids. So if your mum's into, say, like meditation, or likes to relax and listen to music and doesn't like a bright light, then something like this may be a solution. Now, it is touch, so you can touch the bottom and it will light up, and you can touch it to change colors, which you can see I'm doing there. And you can also use a remote that it comes with. So this one has 16 different colors, and you can change them, and it also has some different modes as well. So it's quite a nice looking object. It comes with a cable as well to charge, where I showed you a moment ago. Actually, I'll show you again. Here's where it has the touch. So you can touch that to change colors, turn it on and off. You can see it's going to cycle through a mode here. And you also have the remote. So the ability of you to turn it on and off. So on here, and you can also, pick a different color using the buttons, and then you can also go through with different modes. So, it's something easy to use. Again, your mum won't need to know or be into the latest technology, and this is the sort of thing that she can use and put in the corner of a room to add some ambient light. Now, this next item is something that you can, again, gift to your mum this Mother's Day. It's one of those items that you might not think about, but it can be another useful item that they don't already have, which is what gift ideas need to be, because you need to get these ideas about what you could give someone who may well have everything they think they need, and you're looking for that idea of like, I think I'll get that for mum, right? So this is from what's called the Dublin collection. It is a crystal carafe, which goes on a nightstand. So if your parents, say, take medications at night, or don't want to get up at night and they need a drink, then this might be an option. So this is the etching on the glass. This is good because it's the sort of thing you can buy on its own. And if your mum likes to collect, it's the sort of thing that you can have her, start collecting this particular brand of, crystal. So that's what it looks like there. And the glass just sits on top. So you can see it's quite a nice looking item. So you can see it says there that the Dublin Crystal Collection will enhance the atmosphere of any occasion. So we're getting there. We're getting near the end here. Now, this is a recent item. I haven't yet reviewed this on Amazon as a shoppable because I've only just come into these now. You might think, well, why would someone want, or why would mum want this Cobb, small flashlight? Well, when I saw these, I thought this item is the sort of thing that is very useful in a number of situations. And I thought it's great to keep. It's really lightweight. You can keep it in a handbag, and it provides a couple of things that I thought were really good for anyone, but also for mum, and I'll explain what they are. Now, not only is it the LED light, it comes with a stand so it can sit like this, and it has a magnet. Now, why I like this, and I think it's a useful item for mum, is this provides a degree of lighting. If mum likes to walk out at dusk or dawn, then this is going to provide some extra lighting. She can clip it to, say, like a belt loop or something like that, and they're going to be able to provide some light. The fact that it is magnetic means that if they're in a car or an environment where their car's broken down, or you need some light outdoors, it's going to provide a really good amount of light. It is USB chargeable, and they come in, as you can see there, a 2-pack, but it's the sort of thing I felt is best for walkers. So if your mum loves to walk, then something like this is going to be something that she can clip and walk, like I say, on dusk and or at dawn. It's quite impressive. I'm not going to shine it at the camera. It has different light modes, and then it also has a strobe. It also has a can opener, so anything they can do with these that adds extra value, like I say. This one I bought here today. I don't know that I'm going to get this working for you though, but so this is a sun alarm. It simulates the sun, and it has a nice sheen to it. So I did want to talk about it. I did want to say what it does. So it has a number of features. It is a white noise machine. It has a radio. It has a sunset alarm and a wake up. So you can literally set 2 alarms. You can set a wake up alarm and a sunset alarm. You can check out my profile here on the Amazon platform, and I've done a video on this that will show you how it works and what it does and what it can do for you and your mum. It takes a battery, so it stores, your time and also your alarms. And you can wake up to a radio, as I say, and or white noise. And you can just use it. If you don't want the alarm, you can also set it just to play the white noise. There's 7 different sounds like waterfalls, ocean, things like that. And also it does simulate a sunrise and sunset to give you that more natural feeling when you wake up in the morning. So again, something that your mum may not have that she may well like. So hopefully that helps you make a decision as to whether all these items are for you and whether you have found something for your mum this Mother's Day, which was the goal of today's live stream. Look forward to catching you in the next live stream. So wherever you are in the world, make sure you take care, look after yourself, and I will see you in the next one.